I can't actually shout because there's my mum's in the lounge downstairs, and I think she'd probably be a bit muddled and probably a bit worried if she heard me screaming. But I have battled with severe rage this week because of my BPD. That anger is going to be the topic of this video, anger and BPD, or the BPD rage. But I appreciate that people will experience anger issues without having the diagnosis of borderline personality disorder. So if you want to tell me how your week has been and tell me about your anger or your experience of anger, maybe being with someone who has anger issues and they've impacted on your life, or perhaps it's you that gets angry, or and you have destroyed property. One of the symptoms of BPD is destruction of property, and I have done many things over my lifetime involving breaking things, doors, excuse me, oh goodness me, doors, got dents in walls, drawers, oh goodness sake, lots and lots of things that have happened. And but I broke my laptop recently. This week actually. Luckily I do my vlogs on my phone or my camcorder, but I've had to borrow my brother's laptop. Thank you, brother, if you are watching, you are a lifesaver. And it was when I was doing one of my most important videos I've done to date. Well, it's the most important one to me because it's the closest to my heart, about women's mental health. And I was just getting so worked up about it, and I could feel my levels going up. I could feel that emotional pot boiling over, but I didn't quite catch it in time and ended up punching my laptop with the force of, goodness knows what sort of force it was, but yeah, dislodged the hard drive from its connector. And apparently even when it was reconnected, the hard drive was completely damaged. So I'm feeling really, really stupid, really, really annoyed at myself. It's put me back a while. Videos were uploaded later, and it's just been really, really awful. I've been, of course, then been beating myself up for doing that, emotionally beating myself up, and also kind of feeling really guilty, really embarrassed, really ashamed. Luckily, Andy's friend has offered to fix it for free, which is really cool, but at the same time it's still annoying because I've had, it's kind of put me back a lot, and I'm still going to have to pay for a new hard drive, which is really annoying. And the one I had was a terabyte, and I think a terabyte hard drive is really, really expensive. Anyway, getting off the topic. Anger is really, really hard with BPD. It's very common, as far as it's one of the main signs and symptoms, but it can happen in big outbursts, really kind of outrageous anger, not just being a little bit ticked off. But and I'm very pleased I didn't go towards self-harm, which is a very, very common place that I go to when I'm angry or depressed or anxious or fearful. Or no, it's self-harm. I'm really trying to cut down on that. I haven't done it for quite a few weeks now. But yeah, destruction of property, not so good. So that's been a real issue with me this week, and I've been a bit snapping at people and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, please tell me about your anger. Please tell me, have you experienced anger? Have you been with someone who's angry, or are you the angry person? And please just tell me what you've been up to in general, how you're managing your mental illness or caring for someone with mental illness. And yeah, what I could have done, I'm not going to say should, but what I could have done was to step away, punch a cushion, punch something a lot softer, not punch anything. But it's not always easy, and I can give you all the wonderful advice in the world, but when you actually start to get to that point where you know the lid on the pot has blown, it's just sometimes too late. And if I'd caught it soon, if I could see that my levels were going up, it's being aware, it's noticing. If you can kind of get to that point where you're, okay, now I'm really starting to feel angry, then I could have stepped away. How do you do it? How do you manage your anger? Do you sometimes get to the point and it's too late, or do you have coping mechanisms to kind of think, okay, that lid is starting to simmer, starting to boil. Sorry, it's gone past simmering and is now starting to boil, but we can stop it before it goes off again, right? I could have tried some breathing. I could have tried some distraction. I could have tried to sort of step away from the laptop for 5 minutes rather than going, I must do this video, I must do it, I must do it. Just want to say all my videos are important. It's just because of my views on women's rights and my views on inequality. It's something that was very close to my heart, so that's why I let it get out of control. But yeah, managing the anger, going to that point, was quite scary really, because I hadn't been there for such a long time. And yeah, really, really hard. So I could have done breathing, I could have done some relaxation. I wish I'd just stepped away from the laptop and put it away, just close the lid down, because I think even 5 minutes of just maybe going outside, taking some deep breaths, having a cup of tea, all of those things would have been really, really good. So I'm going to really start trying to do that and try and notice when that pot is starting to boil. Like I say, I can give you all this good advice, but I'm not always good at taking it, and I think sometimes we're good at giving advice more than we are at taking it. And if I maybe watched some more of my videos and did a bit more focusing on the anger, then maybe things would have been different. So I'm really tired, I didn't sleep well. Oh, and new meds as well. Yeah, so I was a bit naughty. I was given the meds and I tried them one night. The new antipsychotics, still coming off the lamotrigine. I'm on to 100 milligrams now, 200 to 150. Now I'm on the 100. But yeah, I did one night of the risperidone and it was making me twitch and anxious, and I didn't sleep properly. I hardly slept, and it was really, really, it was just really awful, really, really awful. So I was just like, the next day I messaged my care coordinator and said, I'm not doing these meds anymore, I'm just not going to take them, which isn't the best behaviour, because, you know, my psychiatrist put me on these medications, and if she'd she put me on these medications, so it was under her advice that I take them. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. I'd recommend sort of giving meds a go, at least for a week, and then if they're not working out for you, then fair, but you've given them a try. So after that, my care coordinator spoke to my psychiatrist and then came back to me and said, oh, you need to start maybe taking 1 milligram and then go up to 2, because they're 2 milligram tablets. And as I said in the last video, my last vlog, sorry, that I'm going to be going from up in 2s up to like 4 or 6, I think. I think the maximum dose is 8 milligrams, but I may be wrong. If anyone knows for risperidone, let me know. I also called it risperidone. It's not that, it's risperidone. I don't know if that's right now. Oh god, it's done anyway, it's not drone. I forgot what to say. So yeah, so I did 2 nights at 1 milligram, and then have been on 2 milligrams a night for about a week now. No, almost a week, 5-6 days. And I didn't have any of those twitches, but I have been waking up a lot earlier, waking up in the night. One of the side effects is insomnia. Another side effect is nasal issues, which is why I sound very bunged up. I've got a nasal spray to help with that, but I don't know if it's allergy season as well. Also having a lot of blurry vision, and feel like I'm sort of squinting a lot of the time, so that's not good either. God, I'm so wrinkly. Really started. Tell you what, as soon as I hit 35, stop looking at yourself. I swear I've just aged like a decade. I think all the years of my behaviour and alcohol and drugs and things like that are really started to catch up with me. But other than that, oh yeah, and I'm really worried about the weight gain. I feel like I'm hungry all the time, like all the time, and that's not good either, because I'm probably the slimmest I've been for years, and I do not want to put on weight again. Not that it will, it's not. I'm not saying that I'm slim at all by any stretch of the imagination, but I am a lot slimmer than I was, and I'm really worried I'm going to creep up again. So I'm just kind of watching my appetite, watching what I'm eating and watching my appetite. So if I've had 3 or 4 bags of crisps, and that's probably not a good idea, but I do go to crisps when I am hungry. So yeah, so that's the new meds, broken laptop, BPD rage. Please share with me any thoughts you have on any of those things. And, have you been adjusting to new meds as well, or have you come off some meds? Or when you started new meds, what was it like? What were your side effects like? And did they lessen over time? So yeah, hopefully, I've got to do another video in a minute, using my brother's laptop. But I sound so nasally. Nasally. So yeah, thanks for the 200 subs. Welcome to new people. And please like and share and comment. As always, you're all awesome people. Please take care of yourselves, and remember that mental illness does not define you. It does not. It's a part of you. It is not the whole of you. Take care. Lots of love. Massive hugs. And I will